Hello. Before I do the introduction to this video, I'm going to cut you to some screen grabs that I've taken from previous videos. So the first screen grab you saw was a bag of Wonky green potatoes. I purchased those in the winter of last year, just before Christmas. I set them aside through the winter months, and in the spring months I planted them. You saw the potatoes emptied out onto a tray. There was 11 of them. That bag of potatoes was a 1 kilogram bag of potatoes, and there were 11 potatoes in that bag. So I planted the lot. It was never my intention to eat them. The potatoes were totally green, and I mean totally green. So I planted them all, one to a 10-inch water bucket. You saw the screen grabs of previous weigh-ins, so we've already taken some of these potatoes. Well, we're going to take another bucket of potatoes today. Are you with me? Yeah, of course you are. This is bucket number 10 and bucket number 11. We're going to take bucket number 10 today, and in a few days' time, when we need more potatoes, we'll take the final bucket, bucket number 11. Let's take bucket number 10 to the barrow. So This is bucket number 10 of 11. There's a white pebble. It keeps a track of where my buckets are in the garden. We don't have Meg and Daisy with us today, they've gone home. We've really had a lot of fun with those two dogs over the last week or two, and I do hope they come back and see us again. In fact, I'm fairly sure they will, but you're not going to see them in this video. But what I hope you are going to see is a good reveal from this bucket. I think bucket number 9 gave us £3 of potatoes if you included Meg's ball. If you took Meg's ball off the scales, I think it was 2 3/4 pound of potatoes, something like that. But 2 3/4 pound of potatoes is good. It's more than a meal for two, more than an accompaniment for a meal for two, and that's how we measure the success of these buckets. So yeah, let's get on with this. Now I will say one other thing. I've said this before on a number of videos, and I keep proving myself wrong, but I'm going to say it again, and hopefully this will prove me right. When you only have a few stems of top growth, you usually only have a few potatoes in the bucket, but bigger than if you had several stems, and they would throw you smaller potatoes, but more. So lots of stems, smaller potatoes, but more. Fewer stems, fewer potatoes, but bigger. Right, let's see if this bucket can make me a liar like the last one did, in terms of how big these potatoes are likely to be and how many there's likely to be. Okay, to be honest, I'm not bothered, because already this has been a success. Well, let's take that ticket out. And I've got to tell you now, I can actually feel potatoes in this bucket. It is deformed, so we know we're getting potatoes. What we don't know is how many, but we soon will. Ooh. That's usually a good sign when the soil ball doesn't want to come out, because potatoes have got it wedged. Ho ho! Look at those boys! Wow! Hey, we like the look of this. I've just been around your side of the camera. We like the look of this. Look, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll pop these in the bucket, then they'll go back in the barrel. You will see them again. Hey, come on. That is a beauty. That's one of those dirty potatoes that I usually describe as nice and clean. That's a clean, sound potato. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't wait to get these on the scales. I cannot. And you'd have to say, I mean, they are, we talked about bigger potatoes, they are a sizable potato. They are a sizable potato. I'm sure if you look at the previous 9 videos, they're possibly not as big as this. Right, just move that to one side. I think that's maybe all we're going to get. It looks that way. Oh, what a pity we don't have a dog with us, isn't it? What a pity. They would have got that molly. Yeah, they would have. There's the old potato skin. Throw that in the bucket as well. Right. Let's pop these to the back of the barrel and let you have a look at them. Okay, so make a wee bit of a shelf there, maybe one there, just so that they don't actually roll down. Right. Well, we haven't got a lot, but they are a reasonable size, and let me show you this. That's the only really small one. That's the only really small one. Right, they're going indoors and they're going to get weighed. Right, come in. Of course you are. You've been to all the other weigh-ins. It would be a shame to miss this one, and it would definitely be a shame to miss the last one. Come on. Just before we pop these guys on the scales, let's remind ourselves where we are. Previous to today, we'd harvested 9 buckets, and those 9 buckets gave us 18 3/4 pound of potatoes. So that's, each bucket had 1 potato sown in it, so that was 9 potatoes. There was 18 3/4 pound of potatoes. That's about 8 kilograms. Remember, when I bought these potatoes, there was only 1 kilogram in the bag. So even up to bucket 9, we'd increased that 8-fold, hadn't we, from 1 kilogram to 8 kilogram. Anyway, we're on bucket number 10 now. Let's see what bucket number 10 gives us. Well, that gets us over a pound, and that gets us over 1.5 pounds. I think that's all the big guys on there now. So we're relying on these smaller ones to push us over 2 pound. Yeah, we pushed over 2 pound. A couple of little ones. What have we got? Oh, come on, come on. That's 2.5 pound. That's 2.5 pounds. So that 18 3/4 pound now goes up to 21 1/4 pound from 10 buckets. That's 9 kilograms. Wow. That's an average of just over 2 pound a bucket. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if I've got some of that maths wrong. But come on. We only started out with 1 kilogram. They were only 51 pence. Was that? Did I calculate that at something like 60 cents? 60 cents for a kilogram of potatoes. We've now had 9 kilograms in return, and these were shop bought potatoes, green wonky potatoes that they were selling off. Hey, you need to give this a go. You need to give this a go. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Or are you going to buy sweet potatoes next year? Are you going to pay over the odds? Are they any better than this? Really? Really? Are they any better than this? You need to give this a go. I can make it work. You can make it work. Now then, if you've been here for all 10 reveals, you would be a fool to miss the 11th reveal, the last reveal, and that'll be in a few days' time. Once we've eaten these potatoes, we'll take that last bucket, we'll round this up, let's see what we can get. I've enjoyed doing this. I never expected this sort of result from those 51 pence, 60 cents, 11 wonky green potatoes. I just didn't expect to get such a good result like this, but I have. You've seen it, you've witnessed it. Yeah, okay. So this is Homegrown Veg signing out until we do the 11th reveal. Hey, come on, Homegrown Veg.